1. Hello and welcome everybody to another magnificent day at the agency. I'm your magnanimous host, Agent Q, and with me today is Yuki.
Hi, Yukikaze!
And we're exploring more of the dark, desolate reaches of the... what was this, the Andromeda Gulf? No, it wasn't the Andromeda Gulf, but...
I don't know, we're in the pillars of TC.
Well, that's the system we're in. It's...
Just a random solar system somewhere.
Yep. Alright. We had a few planets to scan here, and we are making our way towards the second major world. Let's see what we got here. Wow, straight nothing. This game's been so packed full of everything, that's kind
of surprising for a jungle world. I would have thought there'd be, like, food resources or something at least.
Exotic beasts. 7 plate steel and...
The augurs have detected the remnants of an ancient mining ship that crashed on the planet. Looks like it was carrying equipment and settlers to a new mining site. Searching the ship might prove useful, but it carries certain risks.
90%. We're using Albalard's athletic skill here.
Yeah?
That's successful. Retrieve the last surviving extract from the debris, suffer no losses, and return to the ship triumphant and experience. And mobile extractor.
I was fully expecting we'd get one of those from that mining operation.
Yeah, it's about what it's
questionable because seven is a lot of plasteel for one extractium, but we also only have the one.
Yeah, it's like what are the other things we get here? Weapons are something we can I'm guessing that's something else. Mechanisms.
No, I mean Xeno artifacts we could extract, it turned out, so I'm pretty sure weapons are something we'll be able to do eventually too.
Yeah, although that 7 that's too high. I think that's like the highest thing we've ever seen so far.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm seeing like 5.
It basically doubles our plasteel reserves.
Yeah, we're grabbing that. So we will not have to worry about plasteel for quite some time.
Even 5 is usually pretty high, like 1 to 3 seems to be pretty typical.
Alright. We welcome your lordship to... That's not...
Ariok's Rim?
Ariok? I was going to say Harkoix, but... Rim, our humble trade station. I am Stuart Pontius
Lockton,
thank you. Here to offer our highborn guest only the finest wares and special ship modules. The helmsman snorts over his internal Vox channel. A trade station. Pull the other one. Everyone in the Expanse knows that this is a pirate den where they peddle the stolen plunder. To be fair, they never touch the customers, which is probably why they're still alive. What rumors are flying around? Always check rumors first, right? Same old, rampaging pirates, nefarious smugglers, spraying on local ships. The valiant Imperial Navy alone fights them all, and we thank the God Emperor that we can enjoy its protection. There's a rumor that a lone Adeptus Mechanicus ship, an ancient hulk that is reported to appear in one system or another only to vanish the next day. Who knows why it broke away from the Explorator fleet, or what secrets it may hold, but this is just a tale unworthy of your lordship's ears. What sounds like the better upgrade, weapons or engines right now, in your opinion?
Probably weapons. We're still dealing with all the starting stuff, and killing the enemies before they hurt us seems to be a big factor.
Yep. And so in macro cannon, solid, robust, and very, very good condition. They will crush enemy with their power on the side. All right, let's take a look.
What are they asking for? Well, it costs us profit factor.
-1, which is 29.
No, it just requires profit factor. It's saying we need to have greater than or equal to 1 profit factor.
No, we will lose 1 profit factor if you hold over it.
I am holding over it, but it doesn't say we lose it. It just says profit factor required.
Yeah, if you hold it over the arrows next to that, the check mark.
I am, but when you hold over that, it just says required profit factor greater than or equal to 1. It doesn't say it costs the profit factor.
Yeah, it's very slight, but like see the two white arrows right next to that.
Yes.
Hold
Oh,
over on
I see.
that.
I see. You will lose profit factor -1 there. Okay. Okay. 3 medium-range dorsal macro cannons, which fire 3 shots, dealing 14 damage per shot. To start internal fires on that ship from 3 to 4 rounds. I don't know that it's worth profit factor for us at the moment.
All right, let's see what he has for engines. Where were you? Where did you see the?
Oops.
Like how much?
What
we get out of it? Because I'm not seeing that.
Oh. So if you right-click on the 2 arrows to get more details, then in the screen that opens up, you can mouse over the engine type and get more details.
Strong acceleration and low barking. Addition against the void movement points when ramming.
Okay, so additional ram range, apparently.
Yeah, I think we will pass for now, but good to note.
It would be good to know what our current stuff is capable of doing. Like, I don't know if 12 is more than our current move.
I'm gonna say Cronus Expanse. That's where we're at. God, that was bugging me. Yeah, oh, I never realized how far we could go down here. Look, you can see the control panel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's actually check that really quick. Where is ship stats? Is this ship stats? No, it's not ship stats. Nope. All right, Jonas, do we have that for the next? You need the next upgrade? No, we do not. Nope. Nope. Closer. There it is. Engines, plasma drive. Oh, so they were technically 1 slower. Our engines move us at 13.
Ah, so it's a trade-off. More ramming speed for less maneuverability. Or less top speed.
All right, let's see here. Mezzo lance weapon, 45 to 55. Torpedo tube, starboard, plasma battery, 21 damage, and dorsal, 12. Yeah, the macro cannons might have been... Oh, let's see here. Mezzo...
Well, given that there might be other ways for us to get them as well, we haven't really been hurting too much in ship-to-ship combat, and profit factor seems to be a very rare and limited resource. I'm just not sure if that's worth it.
We actually do have 2 other engines, better acceleration and braking, but 2 less speed. So basically be able to line up more for
maneuverability over.
Yeah. Just getting the heck out of Dodge. Oh, we do have an upgrade on the ship too, so.
What do you mean the upgrade on the ship?
Here. The ship has levels as well.
Gotcha.
All right, let's see. We have shield pulse. Overload the enemy's shields, redistributing them with the weakest side facing flagship. The enemy has a hollow field, loses several of its charges. Pulse. Are fired during the acceleration phase. Arc auger. Ooh, yeah, no, I like +2 range. And or vulnerability scan. It's weak point. All damage up. The weak point is increased by only one weak point can be highlighted at a time. Shallow jump. Okay, so the 3 I'm kind of focusing on here, we have a short range teleport of 5 cells.
So that seems pretty useful.
A strafe so we can move to the left or the right. a short distance. It doesn't give me a big number on that one. Or we can do it so we can detect vulnerabilities on the ship, and when we target that area, that we deal 30% more damage.
Knowing how well that works for me as like a blade dancer already, and an assassin, I feel like that one's not that great.
No, this is for the ship.
I know, but given how it's played out for me in regular combat, I don't expect it's all that great in ship-to-ship combat.
Yeah. All right, let's try strafe. I kind of like that because I feel like shallow warp jump is going to have warp shenanigans going on, and I feel like that can backfire very easily.
Hmm.
I'm gonna post. Let's see here. All right, where were we again? And now it gives me a tutorial on leveling up the ship. Okay. Oh,
Apparently we can upgrade our RAM.
I'm saving resources till we hit actually hard battle. I'm one of those people who, if there's a expendable resource for like character upgrades or something like that, I will hold off on them until I hit something that just breaks me.
Well, here's the thing. There's a cost to that in this game, because the repairs to the ship also cost that same resource. So the more conservative we are with upgrades, the more we lose that resource to damage that we take during battles, and thus don't get to utilize it at all.
True. Let's see what.
And we haven't actually confirmed that there's any other way to repair the ship besides utilizing the scrap for repairs.
Yeah, we can upgrade the hull, which will give us more health. Just with that, no, let's.
I feel like at the moment, both because the cost is much lower and because it's something that would more directly save us repair costs, the RAM upgrade is probably more useful. Even though we don't actually manage to set up for RAMs very often.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like we're the hull's at level 4. No, at level 6. RAM's at level 1 now.
Yeah, it's a little behind.
Yeah. All right, I'll throw one more into that.
And I mean, yeah, we definitely want to save some scrap, because we don't want to find ourselves unable to repair. But we also don't want to just hoard it indefinitely.
But I could need it later. All right, let's finish this, and then we'll try to make our way towards the actual planet we needed to hit.
Enemies of humanity, you say?
Oof. You know what? Let's clear out the sector first. To battle. Facing chaos warships. They seem to lying in wait here. The Vox reported incoming transmission.
Worshippers, not warships. Although, they probably have something resembling warships.
Yeah, worshippers. Okay. Do not negotiate with heretics. Attack! Macro batteries power!
I can't get over how the front of the ship looks like the face from Beetlejuice.
Yeah. I wouldn't say Beetlejuice. It reminds me of something more from Nightmare Before Christmas.
I don't know, I'm thinking of the scene where they, like, stretch their faces out.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, too. What am I thinking of from Nightmare Before Christmas?
The dog, maybe?
Maybe. Oh, murder class cruiser.
That sounds bad.
And we have an infidel class raider up on the side, too, it looks like.
We've got some charged particles over on the left. Gas and dust cloud out there. Got 2 of the infidel class raiders. Kind of flanking their main warship here.
Yeah.
And we
Okay,
didn't
the question
repair.
We're only a little hurt.
Well,
We still
the
have, like,
amount of cost scales off the amount of damage you've taken, so there's no real benefit to not repairing.
that is true. Okay. All right. Do you think we close in and do some damage to have them go behind us, hit us full, then circle around to take out that first Infidel class raider?
I
Drop some
think
torpedoes.
we get as much damage
Well-
as we can in on the murder class cruiser this round, and ideally try to end up in that accumulation of charged particles, if that's viable.
What's the accumulated charged particles?
Over to the left. They boost shields.
Yeah, that's not awful.
Or the gas and dust cloud is fine too if we want to end the round in there.
Nope, can't quite make it to either of those, but
Ah, okay.
all right, let's make sure they're not within a ram for us. That's actually a bigger ship than us.
Yes, it is.
I misjudged that. Shoot. That did a lot of nothing, didn't it?
Oh, yeah? We tickled their shields. They actually hit a different section of the shields than I would have expected, though.
There's not much I can do right now, so shoot.
That's pretty disadvantageous.
Yeah. So we're gonna take some hits.
What are they doing? Pyrotechnic madness? Swift death fighters? Uh-oh. They're a carrier.
Oh.
And we're on fire. We have 3 internal fires going.
Yep. All right. Dorsal. But, you know,
We took out our own
Yeah.
shields.
we took out theirs too. And now we can lay waste. Restart the shields.
And we shoot their fighters? They only have 4 HP, but they do a lot of damage.
Yep, I will try.
Oh, that's not an amount of HP, that's the number of fighters in the little squadron. Okay,
Yep.
so those work kind of like torpedoes, I guess.
Oh, they work under a similar. Oof, that hurt a bit.
As much as this is gonna. We might die here.
We will take a bit at the very least, but that didn't kill them. I think that might.
And we died.
Our first game over.
Yep.
Yeep. Okay. Yeah, we can't win that fight, I'm pretty sure. Or do you think we have a chance there?
We would have to go about it a lot differently. Like, we put ourselves at a real disadvantage in that first round, and ramming their main ship was probably not the way to go. Plus,
Yeah.
we didn't repair before the fight. That really hurt us, too.
I mean, we were only missing 20 health out of over 200.
Yeah, but that put us pretty close to the enemy's max health. For just their main ship, even. Oh. Apparently it autosaved at the start of combat.
Okay, you know what, let's try this. I'm not going to go towards the big ship. I'm going to sequel away and try to take out the smaller ones. Let's try to outmaneuver the damn thing.
Yeah, that seems like a much better plan.
Onward.
And that and utilizing, like, the shield bonuses and cover bonuses are
Yep.
going to be pretty critical here.
Yeah, let's move away a bit. Because we're not sure, like, how good that thing's maneuverability is.
I will say we certainly don't we certainly don't want to get hit by their torpedoes again. That was pretty bad for us.
Yep, no, not gonna argue that.
They get multiple shots.
Did our ram just, like...
Oh!
Hello.
I don't... Hey, Rush.
Oh, we are very on fire.
Yeah, I don't see us doing a lot this... Yeah, this is bad. That's all I got.
Wow, that's got some range on it.
I'm here in our luck.
Yeah, it's a psychic ability, or psychic ability, so... Yeah, because that's a cruiser, and we're technically a frigate.
The fires are draining quite a lot of our HP.
Yeah, that's... Really? Alright, let's...
Lay in the course.
try to hide for a minute, see if we can get some of these fires put out. How long do these last?
2 rounds each, I think? Yeah.
Corrupt and melted torpedoes. God, those things hurt so much. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I thought because maybe we had slightly more health than that, it was going to be a bit closer than this, but...
Yeah, I know.
Ooh. I think this will put us out of the torpedo range. Okay, we'll activate her ability. Yay. Extended range, blast them.
The good news is now we're only a little bit on fire.
Yep, we'll reinforce our rear shields. Wait, does this... Ah. Oh, no, that actually, that did work, so...
What did you do? It looked like you self-destructed the torpedoes.
I ran them into the fighters.
Oh, okay. Hopefully they can't just keep sending out more of those the way we can torpedoes.
They probably can, but the thing I'm worried about is we're kind of caught between two salvos of torpedoes to begin with, so...
One of them exploded.
Nope, got that right. Can we... Okay, Mazo cannon. Dorsal cannon.
That didn't suck.
Nope, and... Where's that murder class cruiser at?
Pretty far off to the right.
Yeah. Alright, so we gotta turn to thing. Let's recharge our shields back up. Okay, the two smaller frigates are almost gone.
Oh, they can make more of those. Well, that's irritating.
Okay. Yay.
Probably want to end up somewhere behind those torpedoes if we can.
Yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm at. I just don't want to, Alright, I think this will do us good. Rip these fighters down a bit, at least. Reinforce the right shields. And... you know, let's pull away a little bit. God, that looks so weird.
Yeah? It's because they didn't give it any kind of animation. It's just a reposition.
Yeah. Oh, those torpedoes are gone. Oh, I'm really glad I reinforced those shields.
And we're on fire.
And yay.
Oh, we're not actually. Oh, no, we are. Okay.
Ah, full cellular torpedoes, bitches.
That was, not as good as hoped.
Yeah. You know what? Let's try something a little weird. How's that sound?
Yeah, why not? We're probably gonna die if we don't.
Lay in the course.
Although I am a little concerned about that second torpedo battery there.
Is there anything on the line of... Should there be a second... There it is. I was like, isn't there like a second ship around here somewhere?
Oh yeah, it's down there a bit, but it's
Alright,
chilling down
reinforce the
there with
rest.
4 HP left. Making our life difficult with torpedoes.
Double your efforts, you cross-steady.
Oh yeah, we're boned.
Yeah, no, we're not winning this.
I think the only way that we have a chance at this is if we were to skip back to an earlier save, pick up those improved cannons, and repair before the fight.
Even then, like, that thing took our melted torpedoes and did not give any fucks.
Right, but those other cannons we were looking at do internal fires the way that their attack does to us, which, as we've established, does a lot of damage.
True.
It seems to be pretty critical for wearing down high HP enemies.
Yep. All right, so this is back in this... Yep, back where we started earlier. Begin scan. If that would have failed, I would have been so irritated.
At least we would be able to easily save Scummate.
Yep. Over here for the 10 experience. There was one way to repair. If we go back to any of the worlds we control with high output, they can fix us. But, all right, let's try the weapons. Rumors, Imperial Navy, Explorator. Yep. Okay, ship. Hull repair, 18 scrap. Hull upgrade.
Do we have enough for the whole upgrade?
Yep, no, we got it. We're now level 7 hull. And it gave us an extra 10 health.
Hmm.
All right, where were those new macro cannons? Plasma battery, meso macro cannons, Siga style macro cannons. Mars pattern. Okay, what's this? Torpedo and meso laser. Yep, we're not getting rid of that. Prometheum mortar, medium range dorsal macro cannon, which fires 3 shots, dealing 14 damage per shot. When it hits enemy's ship's hull, it has a 50% chance to start internal fires on the ship for 3 to 4 rounds.
Yeah, that's way better than what we had before.
Yep. Style pattern battery. What's this? Resin. Shortened.
Don't forget we have to
those two.
do the development again, too.
And that looks better. All right, the level up.
Yep.
Which, yeah, the strafe, I fucking love that. That was good. And what was the other thing I took? Vulnerability scan, which we can't use. Shield pulse. Oh, let's try shallow jump because maneuverability does feel like it matters a lot. Hello, level up tutorial. And yeah.
Really haven't found a ton in the way of ship upgrades as of yet.
We haven't. Not too many, at least.
Oh, we have chemicals now. We might be able to proceed with one of the upgrades on one of our colonies.
All right, yep, let's check that. Which one was that? That was this? No, this.
Colony management?
There it is. Rank 2, rank 3. Nope, not on that. Jonas, can we get 2? Nope.
Guess we're still missing some stuff.
Yep. All right, you want to retry that fight one more time?
Sure. See how these upgrades do.
Yep.
Either way, we
let's
want to
start
check
new.
out this system, right?
Yep. Ooh, getting over there is that's just the administrative one, so that's partially how we get there. Well, that's a 3 to oof. All right, hit that quick save.
Do we want to check out the other stuff in the sector before we go to them? Never know if there'll be something useful for the fight.
True. Logstone, which okay, that was a resource we didn't actually have currently, so only 2, but that plasteel is like ugh. Nothing got a gas giant. I can kind of understand that. Ocean World? Ooh, 6 Promethium. Gotta remember that, because no, Promethium we're kind of good on too, aren't we?
Yeah.
Not too bad there, at least. Another Ocean World. Nothing. And another Burning World? Or Burnt World? Arid World. This is an arid world. That's a feels like a very corporate way to say that.
Yeah, you'd think it would be, a lot more deserty and less, lava flow.
Molten. Yeah.
So we definitely did a lot better when we tried to take out the small ships first. I think that's still a good strategy.
Yep.
All stations, report when manned and ready.
All right, let's check these ranges on these. So,
They are higher range than the old ones were.
no, the new thing's a little bit shorter, actually.
Really? Because we replaced something that said low range with those which are medium range.
Oh, the plasma battery, which is a lance, and that. All right. Oh, let's do right again. I like staying out. Ooh, actually, we haven't. Okay, that's straightforward.
I don't think there's actually any warp funny business going on in the ship battles.
Luckily, at least as far as we've seen yet. This would.
Because we don't have any meter related to it or anything like that in these.
Yep. All right, here's hoping we're at least out of range of the big ship for a turn.
They might still be able to set us on fire, because that seems to have really long range on it.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
I think...
And the fire.
At least we only have one fire going from it this time.
Alright, increase maneuverability.
Set the course.
Okay, we'll go here, try to see if we can hit them with the meso cannon right away. Nope, can't quite get there. But the Prometheum mortar, on the other hand, not quite on that either, unfortunately. Ooh, but this put us there for that, so
The time has come.
Yeah, so being next to stuff when it explodes is still bad.
yep. Nope. Alright, we'll use the ability to move our torpedoes a little bit. I just didn't want to give it another turn to launch something. Ah, fire! Well, here come the fighters.
It might be worth taking out the fighters with the torpedoes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna think. Just because I also couldn't get to anything else.
Don't forget being in the cloud limits our attacks as well, not just theirs.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to maneuver into. Alright, let's start with that.
Onward.
Oh, just...
We could shallow jump and get kind of behind them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Which would put us in range for the... that shot at
was
least.
pretty effective.
And are they on fire?
They're on fire.
Yay, fire!
It's not going to be enough to finish them off, but
Lay in the course.
Alright, I can pretty much ignore those torpedoes. Ah.
the range on that is insane.
Yeah, and it's omnidirectional too is the problem. It must have a high chance of failure too, unless you're like a specialist on your ship. How much damage will that fire do? It doesn't matter. Let's finish them off here.
Set the course.
Yeah, head for the shield bonus.
Yep. And it'll be a turn, so we'll restart the shields. Alright,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
move up
probably a
to
better
here.
idea. Will they get to go again?
That's odd. Oh, lub. If I move them too far forward, they're just going to take them out, but... Yeah, they'll draw fire for a turn. Oh, there's not much I can do about this either.
Lay in the course.
What do you mean?
I had to move that far through the cloud.
Oh,
Remember, you have
bummer.
minimum movement too, yeah. Ooh, we might be able to... Do I still have torpedo control?
That's annoying.
More fire.
Decks are reporting hull breaches. Executing damage control.
Alright, so what we'll do is we'll try to get close. Unleash everything we can. Drop torpedoes. No, we'll hold off on that. And then we will slide away and jump forward. Reinforce rear shielding. And hopefully we can hold out.
Probably not. And here comes the fire.
Yay, burning.
That's a lot of burning. Yeah, we are toast for sure.
Oh, wow, and they're... Yep, nope, not winning this fight. We are not doing anywhere near the damage we need to be able to do that.
Yeah. We are literally outclassed.
Yeah. Dang. But okay.
I wonder if we eventually get like a fleet of our own.
I think we do, but I think we need to get some more ships ready for that. So, might as well scan the plans then at least, right? Get that
Yep.
XP.
Might as well. Not only that, but it'll mark the resources for us for later.
Yep. This doesn't count as a burning world, for God's... By the throne. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, ocean world, completely acceptable. Promethium might be good for later. And then we will bounce. A tactical withdrawal, not a retreat. Okay, we could go to the administrative world right from here, but I kind of want to get our manufactorum world up and going.
Fair enough.
All right, warp travel, mildly unsafe. Warp breach. Ungodly fiends spread sorcerous disease, walking the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, the entire bay could turn into a den of heresy.
Hey, little boy.
Hey,
Is this your first time
not
playing?
sure. Yes, this is our first playthrough on this.
Not
I'm
our
just gonna
first
say
session,
us.
but our first playthrough.
Yep. That's my holy gifts to God Emperor, loyal servants. Without fear or doubt. Do we arm the crew, or bless their stuff? I feel like our crew mutinies a lot, so yeah. Oh, so we lost a holy gifts. Okay, so all right, let's lower this down because I feel like this should give us the warp craft we need to get where we want. And I'm not crazy enough to do two. Yes, it does. All right, so we will be going here. But I'm guessing you're asking if this is our first playthrough. You've played this a couple of times, or at least seen it a couple of times. Because while I have a big 40K buff, this game, ooh, this planet looks like it's been hollowed out. Shattered World, 2 animatite. I'm also betting once we get our Factorium world up and going, we'll be able to upgrade our ship or get more ships. 7 Promethium, dang. This is a Savannah world. All
Yeah,
right,
all that fire and lava says Savannah to me.
Yep, all right. Star structure observed from orbit appears to be the ruined estate of a wealthy noble. Further search
Have you
reveals
gone
the
near
remnants
Dargonus?
in Envoy Dome. A landing pad, sorry. The main manor and service quarters. It's impossible to determine what exactly happened here. Search team has found something truly disturbing in the main hall. An openly clothed skeleton sitting at the dinner table. The table is set with gold plates covered in old blood and piles of bones. The bones and the plates are clearly human. No other remains have been found on the estate. Have you gone, Dongarus? I don't think so.
Yeah, we've only been to the
Run it with fire.
like jungle world. Really?
Tainted worlds. We're not doing that. Imperial faithful children will not tolerate the impure of the faith.
Did anything indicate that it was tainted?
I mean, it abandoned whole. It felt like the kind of thing you wanted to purge with fire to me.
Okay.
Oh, and there's a couple ships in this area now. And 2 more plant steel. Yay! All right. Unidentified void ship. A Vox notification from the auger crew drones out to the usual noise on the bridge. An Imperial vessel, the Dark Piercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. Your archives make no mention of either the ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship's captain contacts you first. Introducing himself as the Pilgrim, the captain greets the rogue trader courteously. He offers to purchase any information you might have on Crystal Phlogiston?
Phlogiston,
Phlogiston?
what we found in the last
Phlogiston.
system.
Oh. Why? Okay. Wait, we can't. No, I don't have any. Okay, ask why the captain calls himself a pilgrim. But he's not always done the right thing in his life, but once he beheld the blessing of the emperor himself, followed a special path to service to him ever since. The path he now treads as the pilgrim. And what do you get for us in return? Pilgrim has been exploring the crow's expanse for years, knows many of its secrets. He promised to let you in on there's rumors that may be intrigued with some of your skill and capability. Yes, please. More. Commerce Festival. Kept the Dark Pierce is unsurprised by your reaction. He's willing to pay you in gold and secrets for any information on Flagstone.
Securities.
Bid farewell. And securities. All right. Bid farewell. Yes. Oh, we get profit factor. Yay. Dark Piercer gives the coordinates to several systems where it may encounter it later and melds into the distorted outline of the warp portal. Okay, another ship we can meet up with in other places. Ship that once traveled the galaxy is now suspended in the silent void like a gone carcass of a giant monster. When the rogue trader void ship approaches, the Foxmaster reports incoming message. A colony, Imperium subject, have made their home in the bowels of the ship. They welcome the Lord Captain. All right, let's go talk to these.
Oh yes, talking. I'm sure that's what we'll be.
Yes, we can talk. We don't always have to purge, kill, kill, kill. Death to the Xenos! Okay, that one just slipped out a little bit. Oh.
An initial survey of the vessel indicates
Pride, the name of the least times in history of the mythical expanse invested in the
performed a requiem right here. Further
Funny enough, I don't seem to be able to move. My characters seem to be stuck.
That's odd.
Okay, there we go. Wait, are you controlling them?
No, our reload cooperative mode.
Locomotives are
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, what save file did that select? I realized that as I clicked it.
Uh-oh.
Well, we just got here, and this game does tend to autosave quite a bit, so... Oh, where we left off.
Yeah, it's still just not really letting me do anything.
Can you still can you select one of them and move a singular one?
A new challenge for me.
Oh, not really.
And I triggered a cutscene by accident. Yeah, Rita. Would you like this one, Yuki?
Oh, it's a woman. Okay.
Yep.
A tired-looking woman of indeterminate age, clad in work clothes, breaks off from her task to greet you. She freezes momentarily, unsure how to address you, then says simply, "Your lordship, please excuse me. I don't really know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you, and with us. My name's Reda Maximova. I'm in charge here.
What is this place?
We just call ourselves Reda's crew, and this place is Reda's camp. That's it. We're recollegers, scavengers in common terms." He does not speak the word scavengers with any kind of disdain. On the contrary, there is dignity in her voice, the kind of which one would announce their affiliation with a respected guild or family.
Okay.
Tossing a glance at Pascal, she grimly adds, "And our work here is all legal, even though your brethren have no liking for us."
Pascal stares at passionately at Rita with a hint of disgust. Apparently, he has not considered the possibility that replying to this creature's words could be anything other than heresy. Ooh, we have quite a few choices here. What do you do here? What do you got your own ship? Anything about this wreck? You take pride in your trade, I see. This place is not safe, and sooner or later it'll drift somewhere remote and nobody will be able to find you again. I see. All right, what are you doing here?
Right now, we're gutting this old heap of junk slowly but surely. And that's a college's life for you. They drop us off at some decrepit station or an ancient battlefield, and we just sit here for years on end. We'll look for working tech or valuable materials or whatever else might be useful. If we find anything, we'll sell it to passing ships. Not the easiest job out there. These wrecks are chock full of all kinds of dangers. But, and I swear it on my plasma torch, it's an exciting one for sure.
Yeah.
This little bird's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Most of the tech is dead, but we do find working pieces now and again. We spent 2 whole months clearing out this shaft we found. Finished just 3 days ago, actually. And we found this thing, a weird looking but still functional. His expression brightens a little. Perhaps your lordship would like to buy this component from us. I'll bet that big ship you've got could get plenty of use out of it.
Oh, Pascal's voice crackles to life. Imperiously, he tells her present the object, laywoman. Courtesy creeps into his voice nonetheless. I don't get to look at it first. It's just, I will buy it, I don't want it, or give it to me, I'll buy it, or not interested.
What you're doing is legal. We ought to purchase it if we're going to take it.
Yep.
Well, isn't this something? The Emperor himself must have smiled upon us. Rita makes a triumphant gesture. I mean, thank you, your lordship. You'll be pleased with the results.
Magnus-class rechargeable battery. Okay.
Fuel
Read 'em.
cargo. Thermal visibly improves. No, your lordship, it's kind of embarrassing to offer this, but over in that corner there, we keep things we don't rightly understand or can't really use. You could send some of your people to check it out if you like. Clearly you know more about this stuff than us. You might find something useful.
Got your own ship?
Not even close. A luxury like that? Count on the ecologers who got their own ship on one hand, an old worker's hand that got sucked into a machinery 3 times and slashed by a plasma cutter twice.
Okay, I'm liking her.
Fly with whoever, mostly just taking our chances. Sometimes we hitch a ride on the promise that we'll pay with what we find later. Other times we find some other means. Risky business, obviously. 5 or so years ago, a crew got dropped off at an abandoned station, but something wasn't right with the life support systems. Ship came back to pick them up just 2 years later and found nothing but bodies.
Oof.
And about 15 years ago, back before I had my first little one, a ship took 3 crews to locations and ran into pirates on the way back. The ships go out on expeditions for years at a time, so it was ages before anyone realized they were missing. And it was even longer before they remembered the scavengers. Plus, it took some time to find that ship that could check on them and pick them up. Long story short, all 3 crews had borrowed it. Yep.
Alright, can you tell me anything about this wreck?
Not much. We're no eggheads, you know. We're manual labor. It's an ancient thing, pretty dangerous, and we don't really know much about beyond that. Before we came here, some tech priests had done their own bit of gutting. I mean, ritualing, bowing to the spirits and all that. That lot don't tend to leave a whole lot of valuables behind, it's true, but it's way too scary to go in before them. And hey, we were dragged by a dozen of broken servitors out of the mines after. The carcasses smell awful, but you can pluck a decent number of parts out of a servitor and sell them. Doesn't seem like there's anything nasty living inside the wreck now, but the wreck itself is barely holding together. You go a couple of modules from here and that's it. You won't take another step without fearing that a broken reactor might cook you alive, or a whole module might depressurize. Well, it's nothing we haven't handled before, so we're having a poke at it, but we don't have a clue what this ship is or who it belonged to.
Take pride in your trade?
Sure do. It takes skill and luck, and a good head on your shoulders. We risk our lives every day, crawling on top of these old buckets. If something goes wrong, we die, by the scores sometimes. One moment we're there, the next we're gone, kinda like worker ants. But you know what, your lordship? Our job also has something, how should I put it, poetic about it. Hope you don't judge me too harshly and don't take it as insolence, but some people, even big people like you, think too highly of themselves. Let's say your ship hops into the warp someday and doesn't hop out in time, and around 1,000 years later, another gal like myself who needs to feed her 3 ankle biters somehow will be rifling through its remains looking for anything good. That's just the nature of things. Each of us comes and goes, but the way the world works stays the same. We all have our lot in life, and mine is just as good as any other. You are abusing, little monkey. Your life is shorter than about moths, and you spend it digging around in the carcass of a dead, malevolent metal. But you speak of eternity and the stars. I like that. It's like seeing starlight reflected in a puddle.
Oh, set in stone. None of us can change anything for the. I like the iron class a little bit better on that one.
Those are some big things you're talking about. Way out of my depth. Change for the better? Heck, that'd be nice. Greta pauses to think. If I was younger and I didn't have 3 youngsters back home, maybe I would dream about stuff like that too. But as it is, I got no time for dreaming. I've gotta work.
Alright, I actually wouldn't mind picking these guys up. They seem about the up and up.
But this is our whole livelihood, your lordship. Take us from here, and what are we gonna do? Sit in some old slaving away? Here, we've got our own colony, our own operation. Oh, this is our path. We won't stray from it.
See.
Your lordship. Greta falters as if flustered by her own nerve. Please don't take it as insolence. But it's not like I have much choice. It's not often that we get well-stocked ships around here, and we could certainly use more provisions and some warm clothes. If it's something you'd be willing to provide, we would gladly barter for it with whatever we can dig up inside this here ship. It's just a respectful offer of fair trade. She bows slightly before stepping aside.
And dialogue. Alright then, that's... Can you move now?
Yeah, it looks like it.
You...
Nice little stroll.
Yeah, it was something about that, like, pending cutscene, I think, that just wouldn't let me control things correctly.
Done.
Ah, there's the goods. Let's see here. Engraved flasks, masterful cameo of the saint, 50 shipments of leho
Rise
sticks.
to the occasion.
I found a manual on how to access the safes.
Ooh. Alright, that needs a key.
Hang on, no, hang on.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
There's stuff we can click on around here that might give us access.
Yep. Bunch of stuff. What's this? Plasteel ballistic plate.
Whatever you wish.
I got a tech use over here.
You left the Novice Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever
Supercharged
regret it?
plasma accelerator, components, plasma cell.
I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady Theodora that I truly realized the significance of what I was doing.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Ooh, what did that do?
The machine god grants me insight.
Mind hitting a quick save real quick?
Yep. Quick save. There you go.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Okay, we have the safe code now.
All right, we had the fractal blade
That sounds
and
promising.
two fire grenades. I can't use it. Oh, it's Eldari weapon proficiency. And a level, yay! All right, let's.
Is it in our inventory?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't use it either. 25% bonus to parry. I guess it's probably good for your Lee, or she can use it.
Well, it would be good for her, but she's a sniper is the problem.
Right, but if she needs a melee weapon on her offset.
Yeah. I don't care. Litany of Hate. The Emperor Protect. Oh, 3% chance to ignore damage. That's... Oh, this is a long list. Ooh. Yeah, oh, yep, nope. Argento will definitely take the flame weapon. And if we ever pick up Chukari weaponry. All right, there is this door over here. I'm gonna hit this, see what it does. All right, that's about that. I don't think we're gonna be doing much else. Would you like to finish leveling before we head out, Yuki?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Should do good. Which, you know, it's been interesting Warhammer news recently. They just came out with another massive lore reveal canon with the I think I told you about, did I tell you about this last time the Terminus decree finally got revealed?
You'd mentioned something about some new lore coming out, but I don't think we went into the details of what it was.
Okay, so in the lore, there is a secretive, ultra secret, ultra elite group of Space Marines called the Grey Knights. These are the most holy of paladins and psychers of all Space Marine chapters. A limit to 1,000 in the galaxy at any one time. And back in 5th edition, when they got their first update from their initial release, which each Warhammer edition lasts about 3 years, and we're on 10th edition, if that gives you any frame of reference there. So about 12, 13 years, 15 years ago at this point. 5 times 3, yeah, so a while back. And it was listed that before the Emperor was entombed upon the Golden Throne, he issued one last decree, the Terminus decree, which was sealed on a piece of paper in a wooden box and gifted to the Grand Master of the Grey Knights to be read to be read by any new Grand Master as they're introduced into the role. They've finally revealed what is on the paper. If the Emperor should ever rise from the Golden Throne, the Grey Knights will do all in their power to re-entomb him. If it should be reincarnated or arise as a warp creature, they shall do all in their power to bring him back to the throne. Well, it's a very curious one because in the lore, there's been a lot of speculation of, hey, how come the Emperor is a perpetual? He can't die. How is he so weakened on the Golden Throne? Hey, if you actually killed him, would he just be fully resurrected? Is it the throne itself? There's the secret of the Star Child, which is a vast bit of lore that I don't quite want to go into at the moment, but maybe. It's like, can that bring back the Emperor? It's like, you know, the biggest thing is like, can we bring back the Emperor? Can Big E return to us? And it's like, no, his final orders were, yeah, don't let me do that.
Basically, he has a DNR, do not resuscitate.
Yeah. And only the Grand Master of the Grey Knights knows about this. You know, not the Lords of the Imperium, not the his sons, not his personal guard. The anti-demon space marine specialists. Which is very interesting. Because there have been a lot of stories and a lot of plots about people trying to, you know, resurrect the Emperor through other means. Both Chaos and Imperium, too. Although I always loved the old theory of, it's not actually the Emperor on the Golden Throne. It was Horus that was entombed, and they're all lying about it. The real Emperor is working in the shadows again, guiding the Imperium through a unseen hand. And then there's the whole lore of the Star Child, which everyone's kind of, okay, is this going to be canon, or is this uncanon, or what are we going to do with this, GW? Which, the lore for the Star Child is when Horus initially began his rebellion and started the Horus Heresy. The Emperor, in a bid to stop him no matter the cost, took his own soul and psyche and shaved away all of his remorse. What was it? It was remorse, love, and mercy. And threw that into a separate being, and cast that portion of himself into the warp, so he could be as cold and unfeeling as he needed to be.
I am
Which is
still
like,
trying to read through a lot of stuff here at the same time.
yeah, no, it's not a problem. Just kind of talking for a good chunk for the audience too here. It's because, yeah, this is one of the upgrade things where it's like, this is a, like, you get like your main skills. This is like, take some supporting abilities or passive upgrades on your side like abilities. I think I took like perception and a couple other things on my guys. Although now that you did mention that, I probably should
There's a lot of stuff in here that wanting Pascal to use plasma and melta weapons.
I can kind of see that. All right, which, to be fair, I think this comes up.
I think we're good there.
Ooh.
I want to check what he has equipped real.
Yeah, I'm kind of going through that with Argenta. Hopefully it's not too... I really want to give Pascal the autocannon, but I have a distinct feeling that's not going to be a weapon he's going to be able to wield.
Have exactly one melta weapon.
We do? We have a melta?
Yep, we have a melta gun. It's two-handed though. Wait, does Pascal not get a second equipment set? I guess he doesn't.
Well, no, he has those auxiliary. Yeah, we have the melting. Okay, yeah, two-handed. Yeah, that'll be great for
When he inevitably doesn't hit anything with it? Yeah, sure.
Yep. Well, sorry, I was also looking at a shotgun for Argenta.
Shall stand in my way.
Just because, while she's fairly good with her bolter, it's one of those... Not like one of the best things for her. Yeah, okay, now let's go with this. All right, we all good?
I think so, yeah.
Two of the void chap. Okay. And I believe from here we can finally go to our destination we've been trying to get to.
I think the symbol you're seeing is for something else. It's the Save the Eldari Survivors thing.
Oh, right, the other one's a few jumps, another jump away. Okay.
The one that's another jump away is, oh yeah, that's the Disrupted Shipments one.
Yep.
Probably it. Unknown ship.
And a battle right here too, so let's try this. The void battle is unfolding before the rogue trader's eyes. Patrol ships from Corellia fleet are tearing apart two small Dari vessels. Once they are finished with them, the void ships give chase after the third already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it. The last ship impending death. Girl calls out to Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the rogue trader individual can save her kin from the massacre.
Yeah, so this is part of our quest with the pact we made with Elite.
All right, send a message, tell them to back off. The Boxmaster replies to the Lord Captain, demanding the stop to the battle, and soon returns with a reply. According to the Cordonia ships, the group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They are guilty of raiding the system plants and robbing merchant vessels. In Sodia, Cardonia's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Girl slowly watches the unfolding chaos through the strained glass window of the captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished. Except her kin were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Such vessels of theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The 1K are lying. Yeah, let's go with that. Patrol's captain reluctantly admits that there is no conclusive proof. The system is sometimes the target of pirate raids. However, this changes nothing for his servants. No mercy for the enemies of humanity. Yep. Despite the presence of weaponry, the ships are more like to make transport cargo to the themselves. All right, coercion. Let's try this. Success. Unwilling to engage in a battle against the flagship of a foreign dice. Patrol ships luckily leave prey and retreat to the edge of the system. Meanwhile, the Xeno ship is rapidly distending itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadows of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Voxmaster reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much more of the Xeno technology can endure before the irreparable happens. Weird way to say that. The Eldari are too scared and refuse the Monkai for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yurdle is certain that she can convince them to cooperate with the Elantach if she allowed to speak with them. Try. Let's
Bet she
50-50.
sucks at persuasion.
Yeah. Success. The Watchers pass, and Xenos finally decide to answer Y'all's pleas concerning the untouched assistance. Guardingly asks how exactly the Monkai can help their vessel. The Eldari note that the humans' primitive technologies are capable of healing the Eldari's vessel's wounds. Some benevolence of one of the humans is equally unacceptable of bringing back those who perished in the recent engagement. The Xenos provisions and medicine, open fire on the wounded ship. I feel like if we put them on board, there's going to be a small mutiny slash infighting going on.
I think it's kind of what the quest wants us to do, but we might be able to get away with option number 2. I'm not sure.
About the same point, like there's a lot of heretical stuff at the bows of this ship. Besides the blood spud web and other things, just like having a few more Eldari clearing that up might not be a bad thing. We'll pull them on board this time.
We need the Xenos to fight the heretics for us.
Hey, pragmatic thinking. Have our enemies kill each other first. Then we deal with the survivors. Or accept their fate with forced humility. They do not resist, but do they accept the uplift by the rescues. It seems their stay on a monkey ship is imprisonment filled with uncertainty about what awaits them next. After a few watches, suspicious are validated. The presence of outsiders who filled the lower decks was perceived by ordinary people as an invasion of godless mutants. Shouting prayers to the Emperor, they rush to depressurize the compartment containing the Xenos alongside those who are touched by the filth of the unclean. The horrible news shakes Yurette. She blames herself for the death of their kid and regrets the hatred of the monkey towards her kind, a foolish product of fear. The squads of the lower decks to hunt these responsible for the Xenos' death. They did disobey. I can only shake her head. The monkey's death will not bring her kin back to life, only spreading even greater hatred, and the gap between humans and Eldari grows even wider.
Well, we botched that.
Yep, I figured that's what was going to happen. A lot going on in this. The planet is devoid of most primitive forms of life. However, the crew has made quite a strange discovery, and we are lying right in the center of a huge crater, a completely ordinary mirror in a frame, by all appearances, in pristine condition.
Wait a second. Didn't the main enemy that we were dealing with have something to do with mirrors like that?
Yeah, that's a couple of the big chaos gods have mirror stuff. Yeah, no, we're not. Nope. Crew blasts the crater, rising a cloud of dust that blocks the auger array, confirming the mirror's destruction is impossible for the time being. Could have survived such a powerful explosion? Definitely not. Yeah, I'm not. Let's check everything else in the system first before we. Vigilant member of the auger crew detects a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered, showing no signs of life. Boarding party. On board the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's systems. The death of the entire crew. Interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board. The Xenos, judged by their clothes, were not part of any warrior caste, merely crew of the now defunct ship. Xenos already claims to have recognized the symbol of the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from the craft world, Crew Darch. As far as we didn't get any artifacts from them.
Yeah.
Alright, Barren World. Wait, what? By the auger's labor and the unbreakable spirit of his faithful servants, fuel hundreds of imperial worlds. Alright, Argent, that was a thank you.
Kind of pointless and unrelated.
If it was voiced, I would have minded more plat steel. Alright. We're gonna hit a quick save. Maybe if I click interface? Nope. Let's try fighting this time.
It's like 100 battle cruisers.
Try have blocked some of your flagship's posts. Using unknown as Xenos power, your crew will regain control of these posts in several rounds. Oh, no, this is Dark Eldar. And they got a frigate.
Also have a Sigil class destroyer hiding somewhere. It's kind of behind us and looks like cloaked or something. We have a Scythe missile launcher battery. Obsidian Shadow Field. An unfathomable haze obscures the vessel. Enemies suffer a minus 25% chance to hit when attacking from within a 2-cell range, and a minus 75% penalty to hit chance when attacking from outside that range. Field is removed upon firing and has a chance to re-engage at the start of the ship's turn. Response to enemy fire that causes hull damage.
Okay, then that's
Seems pretty handy.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like the frigate might have that too. Yeah, it just wasn't active at the start. But hey, we set them on fire, so there's that.
Yep.
Set the course.
Let's
They
get
have something
behind
called leech torpedoes.
Oh, it was behind us.
Yeah, I did say that.
Oh. Yeah, we're doing some damage to this. I can't believe we are faster than that, or maybe that tech they're using eats up a lot of juice or something.
So,
You said if we're within
within two cells, you have a much higher chance to hit. Only 25% penalty instead of 75% penalty.
All right, let's see if this. I'm gonna take some damage from this, but
No mercy for the enemies of humanity.
Like the shields ate it.
yeah, Eldari ships won't blow up like Imperial or Chaos ships will.
Torpedoed our torpedoes.
Yep. Ooh, sneaky bastards.
Set the course.
But we have Abelard's weird strafing maneuver.
Oh, two fired. You know, it's weird that it says on the description of our weapon that it sets the fires for 3 to 4 rounds, but in practice I've never seen it set the fire for more than 1 round.
Yeah. All right. Goddamn maneuverable little bugger, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how it is with them tiny ships.
Set the course.
Luckily, though, Abelard's maneuverability comes in handy yet again. Oh, really?
Well, they die on their turn from the fires.
There we go.
Blessed are the faithful.
Ghost plate and flicker field generator. Okay then. And 91 scrap. But okay, that was a productive. Well, we basically just killed a bunch of Eldari in the system.
Some intentionally, some unintentionally.
Yep. Okay. This is a major route, so we will make this safe. Finally, to the second out of the 3 major worlds we had to visit for this chapter.
Lord Captain, according to telemetry, we are in the system of Giava Gamma, the main industrial world of the Von Valancius dynasty. However, our astropaths report that attempts to contact Governor Gaprak have been unsuccessful. But wait, Foxmaster is silent for in a new report. Alpha Gamma is sending a request to exchange data. Should we accept it? It's
Why
a
with our
darn
own
virus.
request? Yeah.
As you command, Captain. The
Yeah,
Voxmaster
'cause if you're-
switches to a nearby comm channel to relay your instructions to the crew. For several minutes, nothing happened.
Yeah, because we have encountered a ship fleeing this world that was infested with a demon engine, so...
Lord Captain reporting. The manufacturer is ignoring all our requests and continues to send us its own. The longer we do not accept their messages, the stronger and more persistent the incoming signals become. I've never seen anything like.
Suddenly, a deafening screech erupts from the bridge Vox system. They hear violent tirades of a garbled binary code, like the low chuckles of machinery. Lord Captain, interference detected in the compartment. Vox's stubs looks like the bridge is cutting off from the rest of the void ship.
Ah, one of these.
All right, give me a second here, because clear the throat. Take the swig of water. Start the picked recording. The void ship's bridge, sounds of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in the frame cries out. Another falls to her knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of the Vox, shouts can only just be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost all contact with all compartments. The bridge officers turn to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. However, outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond comprehension. Let's decipher the incoming Vox transmissions at all costs. Proceed. A team of decryption experts get to work. Data tethers are inserted into sockets as they connect to the cogitators. One of the Vox clerk leans over the console. Another is writing something into a piece of parchment. But then she bursts into mechanical laughter and stabs herself in the eye with a steel quill. Another scream. A tech priest who was mid-prayer tears himself to pieces with his own mechadendrites. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at each other's portions of pick recording damage after contact with unknown object. Forcer shoves a rabbit sorter away from the Lord Captain as he... Alright, let's go with strength here. The image of the Pict is fuzzy, nothing but glimpses of people shouting, reacting to the Lord Captain's order. Within minutes, crazed crew members are either dead or bound and unconscious. The officers clutching around the Lord Captain, barely breathing but unharmed. Scrap code. The voice belongs to the on-deck engineer who has turned to the Lord Captain for station. We've been attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machine. The transmission received from the planet, affected with this taint, is now running through the ship's veins. Omnisire, preserve us. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whoever it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier in the auditorium leading to the bridge. There's a terminal for an isolated system that might still be a loud pop. The pipes over the officer's head burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain, his body slamming straight into a concierge panel. Pict frame spins uncontrollably. The servo skull was joined by the gust. Pict recorder goes foggy over the Vox, picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge. A junior attempts to shout and instantly doubles over, inhaling poisonous air. Alright. Shit, give the orders to evacuate immediately. Test successful. The rogue trader personally oversees the evacuation, bringing the plasma cutters to get the wounded to the exit. The officer repeats his orders when the servo skull follows the rogue trader. Reaching the door, they fall to the plasma cutters and crumble outward. The rogue trader is the last to leave the bridge. Leaning on a support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then he straightens, smothering his uniform, and heads towards a goal only known to him. The servo skull follows. The auditorium is in a state of panic. Stilettos and silhouettes skitter about the dark hall, illuminating only by the flicker of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone fiercely words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is withering in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find concierge mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is full of cracks and bloodstains on the floor by the terminal. Tech Priest is lying in a heap with his head smashed and techno liquids mixed with blood oozing out from his ports. Lord Captain decides to take his attention to restoring the terminal. Tech use successful. Yay! The rogue trader rips the power key of the Tech Priest mechadendrites and opens the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly into his face. But he is confident in his manipulation and the tangled wires and clanking levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring that the system is restored, the Lord Captain brings up prior data on the screens. The maintenance bay is sending out hundreds of desperate distress calls, gone unanswered up till now. When the machines went out of control and started turning people insane, others, driven by some hateful and paranoid logic, started butchering the adepts of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Tech priests have sustained heavy losses, but the remaining of the cult are still holding the line. Out of everything that's happening on the ship, the situation in the maintenance bay is the direst. Whoever knows where help is needed the most, he decides to I can't remember where the situation is critical. I feel like being in the control room might be better.
Yeah,
everything's going to
our
shit.
officers are useless.
You are correct as well. Yep, alright, let's head there. The rogue trader arrives at a moment too soon. The crew, frightened out of their wits, have already cornered the priest of the Omnisire. They're about to execute him. The Lord Captain stands between the angry mob of the Tech Priest, his sheer presence alone giving the crowd pause. Harshly cutting off any objections from the crew, the rogue trader offers the officers he's gathered on the way here to escort the mutineers out and set up a guard post outside the bay, where the Tech Priests begin to offer desperate prayer to the crippled machine spirits. Okay. Take a drink real quick.
The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed. Although wounded and crippled, the ship nevertheless is returning to its normal operation. Life on the bridge is as bustling as ever. Even though the people are surrounded by destruction, the senior officers have the situation under control and the people have been organized. Emergency crew have already finished repairing the pipes. The technomats are setting up cogitators and consoles, and the healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the rogue trader turns to the Voxmaster. Praise the Emperor. You're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon, all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the pict frame, a junior officer, completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nods at him. I can't tell which person is talking here.
It's the random officer, so...
I'll let you take that one then.
Here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of the affairs on the ship in a pic recording.
Lord Captain, the Voxmaster's voice is quivering with exhaustion. The situation has been brought under control. Yes, it will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely. But the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Allow me to bring you up to date. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties that have already been replaced. The Avagama went silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I'm afraid we have exhausted our options for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing the distance, or even sending an away pod to the planet's surface.
Fox clicks as Hendrix joins the channel. Lord Agent Q, we have managed to discuss the nature of my mission. I was assigned to your entourage for a reason. Time is running out, so I will be brief. I must be present during your expedition to the planet. I trust the greeting received from Kiva Gamma has dispelled your doubts about whether the events on the planet require my scrutiny.
Crew is awaiting further instructions, Lord Captain.
Alright, let's check the other planets in here. First... The dwarf planet is marked on the Von Melissa Predator chart as Atel and serves as a backup source of water for the habitants worlds of neighboring systems. Due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Altari hydrosphere, the extraction of ice was stopped a half a century ago. But much to your officer's surprise, the augurs detect an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably, the excavation is aimed at extracting clay minerals near the planet's core, enriched with iron and other materials. All right, let's send a scouting party. The extractum turns out to be Insidia
Corda.
Insidia Corda's latest investment, whose
Demesne?
Demesne, so just within a few jumps from the coordinate system. While this world is of little value to the von Lissienstein, your officers see this gesture as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted rogue traders leading at sea. Alright, this is act on Sagital and assist on conflicting and reverse of the extractum. They set up on the security. Magnus Pascal notes that the unusual completion of the Atlas core subsequent development will allow the extraction for rare refractory metals. In his advice, the rogue trader decides to keep the extractorium for himself. It allows agents to feed on the chromosome unworthy of the von attack, destroy the extraction with a precision shot, orders to behead everyone on the illegal mining rig, and send their heads to the subcoordinate with the very best of wishes. Yeah, no, it's they went to the trouble of setting up my new mining to accept it graciously, right?
Exactly.
Your people easily assume control of the frightened workers, and Token security crew does not even attempt to resist. Their machines are restarted shortly after the amassed containers filled with precious ore are delivered to the flagship cargo hold.
More plasteel.
And we have an extractium. We're not going to use it there.
No. I should hope not.
All right, let's go to Kieva Gamma. A Factorium world infected with scrap code. That's bad, though.
I mean, we kind of saw this coming.
Yeah. So what scrap code is not only a computer virus, but a demon-infused computer virus.
Sounds about right. Infidel class raider, iconoclast destroyer, iconoclast destroyer. So 5 enemies.
Yep. All right. What's this cloud do?
It's another one of those dust clouds that messes up your accuracy. And there's another one of those shield boosting particle clouds as well. By the way, if you click on one of the enemies in the turn list, it will center you on them.
Oh, okay. Let's deploy torpedoes. Let's reinforce shields. A little bit of damage there.
That's kind of funny, actually. I think our torpedoes are technically in the dust cloud, but we're not.
Oh, we are. We could maneuver into it further, but at the same point, that would put us in more line of fire.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's worthwhile to intentionally go into those since it limits our own attacks as well.
I will move away, which should.
Like, ending a turn in those is handy, but...
Yep.
Got those melta-cannons. Those melta-cannons, though.
Yeah, those are gonna hurt. There's a torpedo.
I don't think the accuracy thing affects torpedoes' ability to damage stuff, though, since they just explode.
Yep, no, that's kind of what I'm assuming, too. I can't quite get to what I want to do on that. Oh.
Yeah, they're inside
yeah.
the dust cloud. The only one nearby that's not is one on the far side of the cloud there.
Yep. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on.
I think we can hit him with our main cannon, can't we? Yeah.
But we can also grab him.
Yeah, that worked pretty well. Took out one of our shields, though, I think.
Yeah, but took out the shield where nobody hits from that side, so. Alright, so they are going to smack our back pretty hard, so. Argento reinforce our rear end. Oh, actually, hold on. It should bring us out of range of that destroyer.
Probably should have restarted shields as well.
It weakens us for 2 turns. And since we was going to take it on the rear, I wasn't incredibly worried about it.
So what you're saying is you don't need to use shields as long as you're taking it from the rear.
You think I'm bad with that? You should have heard me when me and Pix were playing Iron Meat the other day.
We hit one of those ships with the torpedoes.
Yeah, we can. The destroyer too.
Not quite fatal, but close. Maybe?
Yep.
We might be able to finish them off if we increase the range on the shot. But I'm not sure if we need to first.
Yeah, let's finish these guys off. That's probably for the best, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna have to
Because
move.
it does also keep us out of being surrounded by enemy ships.
Yeah, let's move here for
Set the
now.
course.
I thought we were gonna have more movement than that, darn it. And I will restart shields. And switch armament reinforced shields to the left side. You know, it's nice being the big ship.
Lay in the course.
Okay, not much we can do from about there, but get a little repositioning in. Dorsal fin, hit them. Oh,
So long, suckers!
and warp jump away. Maneuver torpedoes. And we are good. Oh damn, they actually hit. Corrupt, I just realized those were corrupted melted torpedoes. I wonder what corrupted does. Not much they can do, but that'll make it so they won't be behind us again. Oh, you're kidding me! We're gonna wind up in that dust cloud unless we can get a heavy maneuver.
No, that's just outside it. You can see there's it's very faint, but there's a little outline of where tiles the dust cloud actually affects.
And this guy's about to have a bad day.
Yeah, taking the forward lance weapon will do that.
Oh no, do we hit them with the dorsal or do we hit...
I think we hit them with the dorsal.
Let's try the broadsides, because The frigates launch torpedoes. I'm more worried about torpedoes than I am gunners, so let's do that. And more torpedoes. Oh, they were not happy about moving into the optimal torpedo range. Optimal torpedo range. Forward lance. Dorsal, I guess.
Yeah, let's just get the heck away from those torpedoes. They're the last thing on the field.
Yep.
Set the course.
Oh. Am I hearing barking?
There is a dog barking on my end. Like,
Yep.
one of the neighbor's dogs. Surprised my mic is picking that up.
Yep. Yeah, let's see if we can trick the AI to ramming their torpedoes into our torpedoes.
Another victory for the
All right.
Von Valencia's dynasty.
Hey, we
Oh,
ranked
hey,
up.
rank 4. Yay.
Oh,
Unholy
and-
amulet.
Auger array.
Provide voice ship weapon with targeting data, creating 9% chance and 5% crit.
So better hit
Go.
chance, less crit chance.
Yeah, which I'll take that 10% to hit more than I would 10% to crit.
Yeah, me too.
I like when it's to hit. I like being at 90. That's part of the reason I can't play XCOM without having a conniption fit. All right, let's see what we get here for upgrades. Okay, we have the No, you said the vulnerability stuff's not good. Warp wave flows of the Imperium cause an enemy ship to immediately turn 45 or 90 degrees depending on the ship's maneuverability. If the enemy ship has suffered hull damage, this abrupt turn does an additional damage equal to 15 to 20% of the ship's missing hull from 45-degree turn and deals that damage twice for a 90-degree turn. In fact, the ship's larger than a cruiser. So we will fight something larger than a cruiser.
So basically this is get rotated, nerd.
Yeah, which unlimited range on that too, by the way. The other two I was looking at are Arc Auger, which gives our next shot 2 extra range, or Expeditious Reload. Basically, all macro cannons reload.
Yeah, both of those are pretty good. I feel like, honestly, they're more useful to us than the Warp Wave at this stage.
Yeah, I like the range. It's being just outside of range has happened to us a couple times, especially on the big guns.
Fair enough.
Oh, we've unlocked our first ultimate. Okay, let's go with this. All hands on deck. The flagship's torpedo tubes are loaded with three torpedo salvos instead of 1. 2 round duration plus 1 every round for over 200 points in the master commander demolition skill. Okay, so 3 torpedo salvos instead of 1.
Boarding party's also pretty good.
The flagship launches a boarding party to infiltrate the enemy ship, starting internal fires and possibly causing engine damage that cripple the ship for 1 round. Can only be used once per round. Duration 1 round for every 10 points in the Supreme Commander Persuasion skill. That might be a one to go to, since that is my preferred skill. At the end of each turn, the most damaged sector of the flagship shields restored up to 50% of its strength. Duration 2 rounds, 1 plus 1 round for every 20 points in the Shield Master tech usage. Imperium Storm. The flagship makes 7 attacks, each with the targets at random enemies ASL range, and deals 8 to 14 warp damage. To be used once per round. Duration 1 round for every 10 points in the Channeler Warp lore. Maximum overdrive.
Yeah, it sounds great, but it's actually probably the most useless one there.
I just love the old SpongeBob reference.
I don't know the SpongeBob reference, but I do know the movie by that name, which predates SpongeBob significantly.
Yeah. So it's the only movie directed by Stephen King. Hey, AC/DC also did the soundtrack for it. That is one of the weirdest like collection of movie people. I don't.
I still quote that
All right.
movie to this day. Curtis, are you dead?
All right, the flagship speed is increased by 2, and its maneuverability is increased by 1. The bonus damage dealt by void ship ram is based on the distance traveled, increased by 100%. Duration 2 rounds for points. Basically, yeah, it lets you ram somebody really easily.
Yep.
Which, all right, premonition. Flagship augurs scan the area for aerial attack positions while the flagship in such a position. Its evasion is increased by 35%. Duration 2 rounds for every point in the ethereal awareness. Nope. What's the range on boarding parties? 20 cell range. Yeah, I think we got to go with the boarding parties.
That seems like a pretty legit option to me.
Well, if I'm reading this right, because of the way I built my stats, that's a 1-round cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
With a 0 AP. Yeah, okay.
And we've learned internal fires can be pretty devastating.
Yep. All right. Oh, we're getting the tutorial on ultimate abilities. Your ship now has access to ultimate abilities. You can now drastically change the tide of battle. Try using your ultimate abilities and see for yourself. Note that you can only use one ultimate ability per combat. Abilities are so powerful that they can take a significantly longer time to recharge. When using ultimate abilities, be aware that they may still be on cooldown the next time you enter battle.
Oh? It's how many battles it takes them to recharge.
Ooh. The ship's ultimate cooldown bar gradually fills up once for each of your flagship's turns in combat at the end of battle as a result of current events during space exploration. Ooh, that is very interesting, isn't it?
Ooh.
Okay, and this is actually off my skill. This is off Abelard's skill, which is 135. Okay, Argenta's the second one, but she also has. Yep, put that in that, so that's why we're keeping her there. Pascal, yep, crazy master there. No, that is me. No, so I don't know why I thought that was Abelard, but yeah. Abelard is in our maneuverability. Oh, we can upgrade our new heading. We can upgrade the abilities. Can be upgraded. Oh, that's neat. All right, warp channeler. Argenta said it's negative 170. Okay, yeah, that's shallow jump, and we have the range with her, although yeah, no, that's good. All right, to the planet. Or save.
Planet home!
I love how similar, how the walls of that city are actually a I was gonna say hexagon, but that's not it. What's a 6-sided?
That is
What is that?
hexagon. X is same.
Oh, it is hexagon. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, that is who I was going to replace Hendrix with. Hold on before we do that, though. I'm going to check what Hendrix has equipped. Oh, no, I can do that on the planet, too, so. Yep, nope. We are going to drop Uridal for Hendrix.
Don't forget to level him up. It's about 12
Yep.
levels behind.
Yep, nope, I will run through that. Hopefully not too long. Ooh, cutscene.
He's so cute.
Hopefully it doesn't throw us straight into a fight. Rick furrows as his eyes sweep over the manufactorum's dark halls. No solemn ceremony, no personal meeting with Magi. I fear we are too late. We won't be dealing with clandestine heretics after all. Binary rhymes of alarms. Baria's alarm. Scribado Pascal's a Vox synthesizer. Neurotic breaking rhythm. You sense a call to arms and a warning of danger. What was your mission here, Kivia? I assumed I would conduct an investigation and track down traces of the cult of the Final Dawn. I believe I can discard that plan now. Both the incident with the scrap code and the manner in which we were forced to land on Kivia Gamma indicate that the situation has taken a turn for the worse. Nevertheless, I must use this opportunity to try to determine what the cult was doing on an industrial world and what specifically interested them on a planet full of sacred machines and servants of the Omnissiah. First, we must find someone who can tell us what's been going on here. Hendrix pauses, trying to hear something. If there's anyone left to speak. All right, how do you think we should go forward here? To start, let's look around to find out why the arrival of the rogue trader did not elect the usual fuss. Speak plainly, I would not condone on a warm welcome at this rate. Better to keep your weapons ready. There's nothing here, let's go. Here to just stare in the surrounding gloom. All right, hold on before anyone moves. Let's get him to not going to die. Target. So what does he do actually? What is the charge? Oh, he's a melee psyker, right?
Perfect.
Clenched teeth. Yep, all right, we'll do that. So, yep, we're gonna be putting points into so that's the second.
While you're doing that, I may step away for just a moment to go grab some more water and take a quick bio break.
Yep, feel free, because this is gonna, like, the first part shouldn't be too bad, but the end of this might take a bit. All right, guys, daring breach, 10 to movement points to return. Does not provoke up to this turn. The combat, the warrior gains +4 MP for each kill. They use their MP after attacking or to the end of combat. My God. Yeah, no, it's around the world becomes the primary target for everyone. Yeah, no, he's not a tank. Oh, let's see here. No, we have an executioner. Inflicting extraordinary pain on all enemies around them. Willing to quickly eradicate their adversaries. Core focus damage over time effects and melee damage. Second effects on crowd control, large number of wounds. Vanguards and civil force in the front lines. Can speak to the allies. Fire only grows stronger in the close of battle. Let's go with executioner. All right. Ooh, a lot of damage up here, guys. Let's see what we got. Using melee attacks, but all targets hit. Oh no, we just have these. And remember, they should inflict damage over time effects on target, which are already suffering from an effect of the same type. They suffer an additional instance of the damage over time, and damage over time inspects the target. All right. Excisionate. The executioner immediately inflicts bleeding 5 on an ally of their choice to clear themselves. The ally gains +4 Medicaid bonus and dodge +3 until the bleeding ends for any reason. Gift of Torment. Let's start the next turn. The executioner gains bonuses to their parameters for each creature in their ally. It's free from wounding over damage time. Merciless Vedic. Creature's next range attack or psychic staff ability inflict damage over time, effect on all targets. It's inflict toxic. Never equal burn. pain or resonance. All enemies suffer from damage over time effects. Personal radius around the executioner immediately suffered instances of the damage of these effects. Also pass resistance attack, Medicaid 5 penalty, or suffer an additional negative effect. Another type of damage over time. Bleeding, blind, burning, slowed, toxic, staggered, reckless abandonment. Plays the 30% of their maximum wounds of the wounds, the same number of temporary wounds to the end of combat. As temporary wounds, all of the melee attacks made against the effect deal additional terrifying strike. There's next melee attack from all enemies hit to run away from the executioner in a straight 3-line cell. During this movement, the target does not provoke attacks of opportunity. There's a blood trail on the ground, which remains until the end of combat. Moving through these bloodstained cells costs 2 years of your MP. Oh, so that lets him. Joris Purge Soul. We Divination. Information. No, we better go with this. Yep, alright. That sounds good. Alright, now actual abilities. Early enemy use of damage from the time over effect inflicted by the exchange for the first time. Count this damage increased by 100. Enemy starting from any of the issue damage over time effects is running from bleeding and burning, including the effects by a pyromancer or a navigator. The toxic including effects included by a biomancer at the same time of these damage over time effects, plus 3 more damage to the enemy. Start of each round, all enemies suffering from any damage over time effects inflicted by the executioner. Anyway, damage over time from any source increased by 20. Yeah, battle of attrition. To the end of combat, all damage over time to the enemies by damage over time effects are increased by 100% after bonfires. Effect stacks to be inflicted more than one by the executioner. Ooh. There's just a little MP on the 20th character level. Yay. Intelligence, please. Intelligence again. Now I better get one weapon skill in there. Okay, let's see. What's this? Using a scourging strike, the executor's melee critical hits it. No, I don't like crits. Oh, does it hurt? Side effects inflicted by the executor trying to crit trans. Stats increased by gain a. Oh, oh my god, these are good. 60 pain. Not from side effects deals. Nope.
Alright, I'm back.
Anything worthy of
Tons
my
of features. No sort of archetype talents. Original talents. Blade of Light. Forest weapon text will mind how. Remember the Psyker uses a damaging psychic power on the target that are 6 cells farther from the Psyker. Deal 3 damage, screen threat. Psyker is in cover, all tests. Attacks including attacks, psychic powers now poison enemies. This. Yeah, we're damage over time, so let's go with that. Alright. Merciless Edict. Damage over time effects on all targets hit. It's a band. Reckless abandon. No, terrifying strike. Goes all enemies to hit, to run, pain, time effects, and force areas on the exit. You immediately suffer an extra. Yep, nope. We are going damage over time, people. All right, that's what's this? Whenever an effect applies, but the psychic increases the damage suffered. While the target list effect increases half, becomes 30. Okay. Please stand. Transmit. Here's my 5. No heresy. Real world character. Deep lacerations. Surging strike. Damage from time effect. From any of the executioner damage or tie effects is suffers from bleeding, burning, toxin, bloom effects. All tile damage effects deals 30% more damage to that enemy. Yes. And lore warp, please. Yeah, no, he's already our top one, so we'll just go with that a little bit better. Yeah, better get him some weapon skill. Detonation. Okay, let's see here. No heresy. The Imperial will get hit chances are against Xenos are dark creatures. Half the bonus of no heresy, however, Imperial world characters lore. So, yep. Critical hits. Blade of Light. First weapon attacks me. So, brush. Remember the Psyker using TNT. Psychic power target that are 6 cells or further from the Psyker. Additional 3 damage. Armor pen might be good there. I think somebody else was an executioner. Who was it? Pascal. Yeah, Vanguard Assassin, and she's Arch Militant. So yeah, that's not too bad on him overall. Now we have to go to equipment. I'm pretty sure we left him with shite. Yes, if you use my segment over there, the sword hits an enemy, the bail damage is redirected by -1. The sword deals an additional +0 damage. Sword for the sword. Okay, staves are what we need to look at here. Psychic staff, yeah, that's still Phonius, so. Shard staff, what do we got? That's could be good on him, honestly. Stub revolver. All right, a fire 3, little shorter range, but he's also melee, so I do like that.
I'm cleaning up our inventory. You're working on that, by the way.
Because we have the what? Yeah, a little bit out of range. Rate of fire is much better, but not too. Heirloom auto pistol, a precision ballistic. Ooh, that's. Meso pattern. I don't think we really have anything else that's good. Noble sword, yeah. Manufactorum sword. Spinner's blade. Yeah, death cult only. Yeah, his sword's still his best sword. Yeah, we probably should also put some better armor on him though. What do we got? We got a flak vest, medium. Flak armor, medium. Base. Proof flak vest. Yeah, we'll just throw that on him. That's much better. Penalty perception. Perception for all. Let's see here. Damage. To logic. Okay, that's interesting. Ten strength. I think we're nope. Like 50. Boots. What kind of cape? All right, can't use meds, so we won't bother. What do we got? What's here?
Alas, no.
Damage for the same amount for one. No, not want to lose that willpower. Okay, up the extra AP. Charge. Strength. Nope, no, not losing that willpower again. Each level line class increase the character's 10. Combat and suffers 1 random trauma. All right, nope. Frag. Fire. Gas cloud. Okay, Hendrix, you are looking interesting. Let's see. This is an Eldar. This is a Eldari. Okay, why can't I check that? There's several factors. Deals additional psi rating damage. Full psi rating and psychic access to new psychic powers. Let's increase the damage psychic potential. It's just higher level, so ooh, that just unlocks the higher end guys. That could be very interesting. But with me finishing up here, I am also going to take a short break. We'll be back in a second, everybody.
Sounds like a plan.
Wait, Yuki, are you back?
Yes. Oh, sorry, my ghost muted. I've been back for a while, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've just been talking to open air. Then I'll come back on my side too then. All right. When we can get moving again.
You can take that break if you need to. Feel free. I've just been
So
cleaning
you're
up
also
inventory and stuff in the meantime.
Okay, then I will take another break. I'll be back shortly, everyone. Thank you. All right, and I am back.
Welcome back.
All right, are you ready to go, Yuki? To move out?
Actually, swapping out some of Abelard's armor at the moment looks like there's some better options available. But yeah, I'm basically ready to go.
All right then. Yeah, I have built this. I built him as another executioner, so he is a. I'm gonna run in and smack a bitch.
All right.
We'll see how tough his armor tends to be. Oh, there we go.
Operation successful.
Okay. All right, we have two ways here. We can go left, which looks like a storage
Follow my
room.
lead.
I think it's oh, corrupted servitors. Okay, combat incoming.
Check the prayers before you appear as if they are performing some elaborate and confusing dance. The striking trains pose as they rock back and forth on their arms, bent at peculiar angles. Upon approach, one of the servitors jerks and tries to turn in your direction. First, somebody to repeat the motion. The strange reading is complemented by the grating sound, dull clicking at the edge of your hearing, coming from an unknown source. Walk away from the servitors. You step away from the servitors, and they remain in place. Yeah, okay, observe them closely. Based on the inspection, the servitors were designed for precision work on the assembly line, possibly secret production. The number of high-quality, expensive augments in their body greatly exceeds basic standards. Servitor's hands move, slowly reaches towards you. Yeah. So successful, gently and swiftly, you step away from the servitors. It stretches out its hands, as if trying blindly to touch you in the space that you've already left. And still, once more, it seems its brain is capable of quick processing changes in surroundings. Find the source of the repeated clicking. Soon enough, you locate the source of the clicking. On the back of the servitor, there's a tumor oozing with murky ichor. He's growing straight through the augments. Relays coating it and flame tissue are blocked, hence the reason for the persistent clicking. Mutation in a servitor. Tech priests typically reject the use of flawed soft tissue in their constructs. Perhaps something has caused this aggressive growth and quite recently. All right. Without much difficulty, you cut the excess flesh from the mechanism. Liberation lets out a rapid burst of clicks, then sparks flash before your eyes, and something begins to hum deep inside the servitor's flesh. As if on cue, the servitor stops moving, lowering their arms, and turn to you. Crew 24, second lane on the Magfactorium, commence work. State your request. To activate, your service is done.
All right then.
Let's see what we got over here. Oh. View the log. Just got a local data crypt collected either previous operations or Microsphere itself using access. You study the archive stored in the cogitator. The vast data repository into millions of strings related to receiving raw materials for processing shipments, metals scheduled for scarret. It's the logs. All right then. Enjoying your treat? Ooh,
Yes, I
monkey.
am.
Okay.
Calculating optimal route.
Not allowing you to act properly again.
Can
I guess you probably
not
looted
move?
those could. Right, there.
Yep. That's the one I just went over. Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, but like, are you waiting for to get jumped already too?
Yeah, well, that and I was checking the map to make sure that there wasn't, like a side path here. Understand universal laws, the mystery. Kind of e-item tome thing.
There we go. Tech priest. Lumps protruding out of the tech priest's braggled red robes hint at the mechanism implanted in his body. You see his haggard and sickly face under the arc repositor augmentex. I click and clank, very audible hiss, and then the tech priest Vox finishes with the words identification. Request denied. Starts to use visor gleaming crimson. Registration anomalous behavior within the servant's organic and invalid noosphere response. This unit is compromised. Awareness. It's from Yuki. It says you carefully study the robe-clad figure. A black border of nurses spreads out from around the tech priest's implants. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell in the baroque of scented permeating the air around the tech priest. The stench of rotten meat. Attack. Draws his weapon. His robes open, since by a fetid wave of rot.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yep.
That's a lot of servitors that have a lot of HP.
All right, let's. I'm gonna put Hendrik over on this Magos too, just to get him out.
Gonna put him over there.
Yep, I'll send Argenta that way too.
Count and
No, it probably should be techno. If nothing else, the servitors will be mechanical.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which of them is better for me to spirit thing. I'm rather than it doesn't say they're mechanical, so no, it classifies them as human. Classifies the servitors as human too, though.
Yeah.
Wild self-destruct. Suffering damage, this creature activates self-destruct, exploding on its next turn. Killing a creature in the process of self-destruct will also cause an explosion. Okay.
So they can explode.
Sure can. I think I'll send Pascal over there. Fine.
All right, let's see here. Front line, yeah, let's put this. They get first turn, so yeah, we're gonna put this like right there. Rear. And that'll be mid.
So mid.
Hey. All right, let's get this priest down.
Oh yeah, they're immune to a whole bunch of stuff, by the way.
Yeah, that's right, that's all Hendrix does.
Which of course is why we are forced to bring him with us.
Yeah, all right, let's Argenta. Oh, actually, hold on.
Reminder, we want to focus down those servitors, not hit a bunch of them at once. Because once they take damage, they will self-destruct on their next opportunity.
They take any damage or they get low.
Volatile self-destruct. When suffering damage, this creature activates self-destruct, exploding on its next turn. So, yeah, do not AoE those.
Shit. Yep, alright, that's not gonna do anything then. Because they all went next, or I would have done a little bit.
Just a minor setback.
Tear it up, Yuki.
Let's see how they respond to this. Suits my purposes. Already done.
Am I forgetting anything here?
Nothing I can't do.
Oh, that's that high armor. Death from above, then do a return.
I don't think it's worth it, to be honest.
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
It's probably better to save that for taking out all the servitors.
Yeah, that Magos is gonna be the big problem, though.
My ears are ringing.
Will endure.
Must resist the urge.
Yeah, do not flamethrower them all, please.
Oh. Alright, so if I did this. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Alright, wait. MP is movement. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this will work. Move in, switch to melee.
And
Parried
Miffy.
me.
Sure did parry you.
Let's see here.
High momentum.
Alright, Appler gets a turn.
My
Yay.
place is at the fore.
Not gonna try and finish off that.
Oh no, I am. I'm just positioning. Because
Okay.
remember, once I attack, I can't move.
Yeah.
Now let's see what to do. I'll do that. Might be helpful. This might actually be a bad idea. Okay, so, sworn enemy.
Victory is
Sure.
imminent.
Screw.
I will do my duty.
At least I'm suffering damage. This creature activates self-destruct
It will
slowly on
be
the
done.
His next turn, killing all creatures in the process. Struck. Oh my god! You know, I bet if I would have actually AoE'd them as Argenta, I think they explode at the start of their turn.
Not sure.
Yeah. Okay, Hendrix, what do we got here? Oh.
Sends their regards.
That didn't suck.
Yeah. Oh, and that removes Veil Degradation too. Okay, let's see. Oh, right, because I had the bonuses on that thing. Okay, so yeah, let's go over here. It's Act of Heresy. Charge. And there we go.
Unfortunately, Pascal does not have a direct line to that guy now. But...
Yep. He's taking 50 burn damage his next turn. Okay, 25 burn, 36 bleeding. Yeah, he activates and dies.
We also have this guy over here injured, so...
Advancing. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Right, I can't hit both. Enough for that.
I don't want to hit.
Oh no, I'm talking about a buff that I'm trying to use.
Okay. I was like, we don't want to hit both. Remember, we agreed they explode.
Yeah.
Running binary override.
Okay, everyone except Yuki with the buff, unfortunately.
Yep. And then you're gonna take a swing at the. Okay.
That worked. I honestly wasn't expecting it to do that much.
Yeah, neither was I. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. So. Okay, yeah, let's activate that. Voice of command on. Yeah, let's get Pascal. Yeah, resolve's good here. Get that, and then we will go. Okay. Nope. All right, let's see if Pascal can just kill that guy. You have some extra ability power too, so. Yeah, but no, I have basically built Hendrix into a damage over time psyker melee specialist.
Strange combination.
Yep. Well, it's basically if he adds a burn, a bleed, or a toxic onto somebody, it'll do double damage, can crit, and gains hit bonuses while applying more penalties to his opponent. I thought it was very inquisitorial. It's like, you know, he's a torturer, so he slowly whittles his opponent down.
This one.
Did you
That'll
want to
do.
risk it?
I was actually trying to hit the other guy, but I don't think he had any stacks of anything on him yet.
And then... And can I put this with us too? I can. Okay.
Hi, buddy.
All too easy.
Yeah, well, this guy had a... what's he got going on here? Let's see. Incompetence.
Nothing I can't do.
Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee attack against that
Not
enemy
a
deals 7
problem.
damage. Taunting scream.
Nothing I can't do. There's no way to
Exploits.
hide.
Okay.
Ah! Another clean strike.
What's the scrapbook protocol?
Already done. There's nowhere to hide.
Tanky bastard, isn't it?
Nice.
Hopefully
Suits
we
my
can
purposes.
get...
Not a problem for me.
Don't actually want to use...
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Yeah, Abelard gives some defensive bonuses just for being near him in combat these days, by the way.
Yep, no, it's the same with the guy I have there too. It's like, okay, do I want to... You know what? No, she doesn't need to be... too far, so we'll, you know, actually, hold on, let's do... Yeah. Shoot a beach. What's there?
Oh, I've put 6 stacks of 5% armor reduction on him, by the way.
Yep.
Probably also part of why Heinrichs did quite so much damage to that other guy.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, in his next turn he's gonna take 10.
An exemplary strike.
But yeah, Argenta could just go fucking to town on things, can't she? Was what, 5 shotgun blasts to that guy's face?
I will do my duty. It will be done. Grey hair, sure hair.
Was he trying to move?
No, I provoked him and forced him to attack me, giving all nearby allies a free attack against him.
Ah. Let's see here. Let's power this up. All right, how much stronger can this be? Oh boy, let's see here.
Was your biggest
No.
mistake.
Oh. Okay. Maybe we want to loot stuff first.
Yes, please.
What is that?
All right. Guy has a plasma pistol.
Oh, plasma weapons were a thing that,
Did you go way ahead or something? Yeah, your character is like really out
Oh.
there.
Okay, I'm not sure.
That was insulting.
Oh, and I set off the trap. Okay.
Yeah, apparently you guys got held up to the top. So everybody on the left.
That's weird. It should just put us on the left.
Oh, like glitched out. Oh, the tracking's off.
While you still draw breath.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I think we got everything we needed down there, but where Abelard is, like...
All right, let's. Oh, you know what? Maybe we might have to get off, and then if we get back on.
Maybe.
I wanted to check the tech priest down there. The other one we killed, because I don't feel like the.
I was in the process of looting something off the other one, but...
No. Stop.
It's okay. Ah!
Okay. It's an athletics check for whatever the hell this is. But I feel like I should just ignore it and go back up at this point because this feels like it's getting even jankier.
Yeah, I think also we have to be over there to be able to interact with it, but I'm not sure.
Well, my guys were. I grabbed one of them and it seemed to not have a problem with the tracking.
Aw, man. Wait,
What?
can we go back to the ship and come back? Because I've got a broken leg from that trap.
Oh, like how bad is that? Okay, don't grab all your people at once. Like grab one and double click.
Why is it getting
Guide our way.
Okay, I just need to make it back with Q, so then we will.
Hopefully it'll fix this stupid bug, too.
Oh, I think everybody has to be over here.
Let's gather your party before venturing forth. Stop! I think, yeah, your characters, I think, are running around. Yeah, Argenta and Heinrichs are over there. Oh, maybe that strength check is a way that you can get down?
There.
Okay. That's super
Yeah.
dumb. Yeah, like everybody's covered in injuries now.
Yeah, so. Well, if we come back, we won't have to worry about all the traps, hopefully.
No, some of them are from steam vents that just keep injuring you.
Oh. Well, shoot. All right, let's try this again.
Broken Lake was from the trap that I ran through completely by accident, though.
Yeah. Let's try to take the vent up too, because it seem to have less bugs.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
I think it also bypasses some of those steam vents and stuff.
Activating motive
Oh, trap up ahead.
reserves.
Hear that?
Excellence matters.
The goods over here.
My knowledge has its limits.
Walk through.
Shameful failure.
What?
Failed twice with 80% chance? Come on.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Avenger gauntlets. Oh no, these are the new ones are marksman bracers, plus 10 ballistic skill and plus 25% critical damage. Seems pretty legit for Argenta or someone. We talked to this
I'll lay claim to the
mechanic
stars.
guy.
A small, heavily augmented man in a freely tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he looks at you, his eyes filled with horror. A portal inscribable with a keyboard hangs from scraps in his front. You can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. Nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus, the tech priest, decides to take a better look at you, for which he lets a ragged breath and manages to do his shaking. He heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I am Manufactorum, Lexa Mechanic, Zeta 86. I perform the rituals for the machine spirits of Foundry 95. Up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah, so they started praising the dawn of something or other. They stopped the belt, and then they discarded the vestiges of the sacred machine with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, the others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupt cogitators. I watched as they infected them with the scrap code and did nothing to stop them. I am recording a violation of the comment of thine own forge. Be a true sentinel. Apostate Zeta 86. Your access are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. They actually probably coming from Pascal's Boxcaster. The Alexa mechanic is lower to lower his head in fear and
Contrition.
contrition. A lot of new words. I swear, I learn new words every time we come around here. How'd you manage to avoid this fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data from blasphemous experiments. I was driven by my unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of the true flesh and its decomposition on altars, preserved procedure that resulted in
Heretical abominations.
heretical abominations. That's a mouthful of letters right there. I even accomplished a fallen magos to the fabricator censor himself and attend the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual full of divination and blasphemous inaccuracies, all to create an unholy monster in the name of the final dawn. Some kind of weapon of monster there. No, no, not those constructs that are melted down in furnaces and sent to the depths of the manufactorum. Is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish prodigy of a sacred machine, powered not by the Omnissiah's grace, but by the unholy spirits and the life force of unfortunates imprisoned on the lower decks. I don't know much except that the fabricator sensor saw the machine as special. It was special to him and to the citizens who defined the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics who arrived at the Manufactorum after the start of the uprising. He did something terrible, and only after that were we able to switch the machine on. It's a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy corruptions and chaotic calculations. Whatever the cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offerings. Okay, imprisoned on the lower levels. The lay servants of the main units, they live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren changed the systems for disposing of slag waste and covered the machines in cursed symbols. The lexomechanic hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine hall. Well, what the survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional powers to observe and recall from someone who just happened to survive. The lexomechanic gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they used me for. Trails off, deeply understanding the subtext of the interrogator's words. They used me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into their slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated these atrocities and witness their obscenities. You act on the other feast for corruption. This pan gestures the wires and connector spilling out from under his hood. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah. I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I used for primary data processing. The machine is corrupt. Scrap code is locked inside it like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tried to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their stilettos, hear their interference. I sense the many malfunctions in my augments, but I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings that the Outsider has been addicted, that shelter the weak from evil. Rick tenses ever so slightly at the mechanic's words. You see his hand casually stray to the handle of his weapon, but the interior is in no hurry to act. Alright, how do your Kraid's comrades behave? Like the grace of the Outsider had left them entirely, replacing great thought process with lake-slated corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structures blessed by the fabricator sensor himself. Though what do the blessings of that rotten traitor count for? Like men possessed, they set upon the sacred instruments and assembled shells and nodes. Did not match any diagram or blueprint I have ever seen. Sacrilege. All right, Hendrix, what do you call here? Garrett tilts his head. Servants on the Omnissiah, I must know more. But the final dawn, the fabricator sensor, his mass, and this machine as well. I could give you the coordinates, but the lexomechanic drops his head. Even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by these heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augment that was corrupted by the scrap code. I am convinced that if I hadn't fought off that foreign compulsion time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. It taps his fingers. The device hanging from his ear on severed wires. I swear that no devout tech prey should come into contact with what's hidden in that once sacred device. My expression shifts as he stares intently at the disconnected implants and the still intact connectors protruding from under the Lexus mechanic's collar. Carter's mouth twitched involuntarily. I just look at Hendrick's face, and once he does, the sight sighs heavily and looks away. Hendricks, what do you think? Does not speak for several seconds, gritting his teeth. Then in a muted tone, as though he is musing aloud, he addresses the Lexus mechanic. There may be a way to retrieve the cogitator's connections via another device. Shakes his head in reproach. Even if the very idea of exposing a whole crap code was profane in itself, while objects are not universally compatible, they cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They are created to interact with the system of my true flesh, to innovate my compulsory unit in output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear that I will immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy. In other words, there's only one way to extract data stored in that cogitator. Hendricks, what are you talking about? If we connect the cogitator to the augment system, that's what will serve as a conduit for transmitting the data. We will learn the details, even if they are incomplete, of the things he saw and heard, but is now unable to recall. He has been listening to your discussion in puzzlement, finally understands what's going to happen to him, and he begins to back away in fear. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to the corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be than have the scrap code in my biological. Pauses for a fraction of a second, almost if he's reconsidering. And failing to offer any resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta 86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the Manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource, if commanded to advance the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostate or malfact against a living soul. Upon expiry of the unit utility, disposal is recommended.
Dang, Pascal. Cold.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, damn, like the bloodthirsty Inquisitor is as bad as you. Jesus. But, you know, pure logic in its whole correct, right? Oh, well, it's Ironcast or Dogmatic. We are going dog. We could not allow the price to pay for the good of the Imperium. For the good of the Imperium. Hendricks lunge at the Lexus mechanic, whose mouth opens in a begins of a squeal. Pinning the babbling Lexus mechanic. Hendrick uses his free hand to feel for the cogitator on the external cogitator, and then for the socket at the back of his cat's neck. The Lexus mechanic struggles for a few times when Hendrick twists the reel on the cogitator. Chilling howl arches his back sharply. His hands twitch and leap to the inscriber. He begins typing furiously, pounding at the keys with huge force. The scroll that creeps out of the inscriber's printer continues to grow, undulating in the waves of the parchment that sits on the floor. The crutch at the breaking point can safely be heard over the keys. After several minutes, the mechanic fingers are well and truly crushed, and blood is spattering over the inscriber. But that does not stop him. Trying in vain to press the keys, the scrapes of bones, skin that remain. He tears off the parchment and skims his eyes over it, sometimes frowning and looking away as though his eyes are paining him. Take time to study this in full, but at first glance, the data from the Lexus Mechanic's cogitator suggests something nature of the cult's major preparations. Refitting the Manufactorum, accumulating resources, mentions of focus points. There are preparations for a large-scale chaos ritual. appears the local Koch trader, whatever that may be in actuality, is one of the key points in this list. We can learn more if we find the construct that was created on the fabricator sensor's orders. Coordinates are here. It is located here in the bowels of the manufactorum. And cast a final look at the Lex mechanic. Now locked forever in a cycle of mindless motion, turns away. You'd better hurry.
Wow, it didn't even put him down at the end of all that, huh?
He'll take care of himself. Don't need to waste the bullets.
Is there anything worth going after in all this new junk over here?
I think that's the way we have to go forward.
No, it's the alternate path from the elevator. I think? It's low warp 45%. But we can't get that far. Ooh, we do have to go through them. Is there... oh, okay, there's a way off to the...
I think it's back to the... No, because there's a ladder over there. But...
I'm looking at the map. And the map is confusing me.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any ways across.
Unless...
Maybe we do go back.
What happened?
I think I ran through the steam.
I think you ran into... No, you ran through the blades.
Focus.
And you took a bunch of wounds. And crippled an arm.
Alright. What's this do?
Oh, that would help.
Yep. Okay.
Well, it did, be in a dangerous position over here.
We have to go back down. No, don't come out my way. Go the other way.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
You basically need to take the path off the...
We might need to go back to the ship again.
Yeah, go down there really quick, would you?
Trying?
Unexpected result.
Okay. Yeah, because we're all... It's right here, so it's better not to get... Actually, would you be good to call it there for tonight? I'm at about 3.5 hours here.
Yeah, we can call it here if you want.
Yep. That way we'll have a fresh start on this, exploring this world next time, which... I believe you said next week is the week we cannot, you're going to be gone, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town next week.
Okay.
On the weekend,
Yep, so
that is.
we will be skipping Rogue Trader, but I might be streaming myself that day. But all right, as for raids, would you like to go over to Pantaloon? They're doing some Final Fantasy, unless you have somebody.
Sure. I don't have anyone in particular, I don't think.
Yep. I don't know if you raided them a few times. I don't know if you have them on your list still.
Probably not. Some program that wants my attention that isn't letting me...
Yep, there's the name. Back up. But I'll get raid ready. But all right, everyone, I will be back Tuesday probably. I'm going to be trying to keep to Final Fantasy VIII. I had to set up a project that came in that day, so I was not able to stream last time. It kind of threw me off. On a positive note, I have a new 3D printer. It's awesome. I'm using it to print Commander deck boxes right now.
Very nice.
Oh, they're really cool too, because you get to customize the symbol on the side too, top and bottom, so you can have dual colors if you want to. So if you're building like those but all right, everybody, we will catch you later.
All right.
Or
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Are you-
Good night.